Decided to take you on a journey with me. This week is all about mindfulness, active mindfulness, meditation. When I get back into my office, I'll talk more, but for right now, I'm at the beach. I live in beautiful Washington State, so I thought since it's such a stunning day, I should take you with me. I'm going to try and do a mindfulness meditation exercise here on the beach. I bought a tripod, and I'm gonna, to make myself accountable, I'm gonna record the entire thing, and then I will see you on the other side. Okay, so I'm set up. I have a blanket. I'm in my happy place. This week I was assigned to read the first 3 chapters of the Thich Nhat Hanh book about mindfulness. The actual title is escaping me right now. When I'm back in my office, I will definitely tell you the real title. But in the first 3 chapters, he talks about how important it is to be mindful, to awaken the moment within you. And he talks about how for beginners, it's really important to kind of get outside. And he talks about getting out in nature, and for him, he went on a walk, and being mindful in that moment means not letting your mind wander. It means taking one, with every step on the trail, going for a walk, you are mindful of the fact that you are on a trail and going for a walk. But for me, my happy place is the ocean. So because I live on an island, there is an abundance of ocean. So I'm literally 10 seconds from my house, and I decided to come here, and I am going to try really hard to just meditate, focus on my breath, which is another part of the book, counting your breath in, counting your breath out, trying to make your inhale just as long as your exhale. So like I said, when I get back to my office, I'll kind of run through this connection of leadership, why I went on this journey. But for right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and start my meditating, focus on the waves and my breath, and I'll speed it up for you guys so you're not just staring at me for 10 minutes. But yeah, so here I go. Well, that was hard. That was hard. Not letting my mind wander was very hard. And so I guess I'll explain what I did. So rather than going back to my office, why not just say it here, So the breathing exercise that he talks about in his book is to breathe in 1, breathe out 1, in 2, out 2, and to count like that all the way to 20. And in that time, don't let your mind wander to other things. Be focused on your breath, be focused on the sounds around you, on the feelings. So, right now I'm actually a little chilly, so, I'm a little cold, focused on the seagulls gulling that I can hear and the waves behind me. And I honestly went into this thinking it was going to be very easy. I could sit and listen to nature for, a minute or 2 or 5 minutes. But like I mentioned last week, I have a lot going on in my life right now, and almost every 2 or 3 breaths, I would catch my mind starting to wander. What am I having for dinner tonight? I need to do this thing that I need to plan for my wedding. I have these homework assignments due. The house is trashed. I started thinking about maybe I should get a sweatshirt, but that's not mindful of here, And even now I'm distracted because there's people riding horses behind me, right there, see? It's easy to get distracted, and our environment is constantly distracting us, and I think, at least for me, being mindful, being in the moment, being entirely present in the moment is something that I'm not good at doing. And Thich Nhat Hanh in his book talks about washing dishes is the analogy that he makes, and there are people who wash the dishes in order to get them done, and there are people who wash the dishes in order to wash the dishes. And what he means by that is there are individuals who live life thinking constantly about the next thing, and they just want to check things off their list, but that's not really living life. And being in the moment and being present and being here and being cognitive of that, mindful of that, helps you to live life more fully. And so, as I'm speaking to you, what I'm realizing is I go to the beach almost every other day, if not every day. This, again, I'm really close to my house, and this is my happy place. But I have never just sat in the moment and really taken in all the senses and all the beauty that's around me. I knew it made me feel good, but I was letting the outside world, as in like letting all these things I have to get done and things that are stressing me out, or even the happy stuff. My mind was constantly running and thinking about everything else except for where I was in the moment. And so, again, I went into this thinking it would be easy, and it was not easy. So I encourage everyone to try and do something like this. It doesn't have to be at the beach. Go out in nature and try in 20 breaths. Inhale 1, exhale 1, inhale 2, exhale 2, slow and controlled for 20 breaths, and see how long you can go keeping your mind exactly where you are and not allowing any distractions, because for me it was difficult. But to tie that to leadership, as a leader, if my mind is always someplace else rather than in the moment, is that not a disservice to my followers? If I'm sitting down with one of my followers or one of my colleagues or whomever or team members, and I'm not in the moment with them, and I'm not giving them my undivided attention, and my mind is wandering other places, or if my only thought is to get something done, not to enjoy the journey, but to just get to that destination, is that really good leadership? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. So what this has shown me is that I have a lot of work to do and practice at mindfulness. And I do think meditation is very important. I think it's something that I should do more, but I also think I need to get better at being mindful in my everyday life. So I think, we all have chores we have to do, we all have homework assignments we have to do, but you can be mindful and present and there in the moment when you're getting this stuff done. So, and I think that's very important for leaders to keep in mind, that it isn't always the destination that's the point. It isn't always what's the next thing. It's not, you don't always have to bring in everything that's happening in your life in the outside world into the office or into your team. That being mindful, being in the moment, being present, being fully aware of your surroundings, of the people around you, turning everything else off so that you can give your undivided and focused attention in the moment is something that's incredibly important. And if you're like me, it's something that we should all be actively working on and keeping in mind. So that's what I've taken from this week's reading. I'm still working on my stuff from last week. If you haven't seen that episode, go back and look at that episode. I still am kind of burnt out, but honestly, this is a great refresher. I feel very good right now. I feel ready to go back and get stuff done. So I'll be doing this again. I'm glad I took you on this journey with me. Again, like and comment below. I decided not to take you back to my office because this is the best office a girl could ask for, right? So let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will put down below the actual title of that book. It's Mindfulness by Thich Nhat Hanh, but there's more to that, and I'll put the citation in the little blurb below so that they get full credit. So, all right, bye guys.